Good afternoon, everyone. There's a moment in every journey when the silence is deafening, the road stretches endlessly, and all the strength you thought you had vanishes into thin air. That moment when your chest is tight with pressure, your eyes blur with tears, and the voice in your head screams, "Just give up." Maybe you've been grinding for years, doing everything right, and still nothing. No breakthrough. No recognition. No change. Or maybe life just hit you too hard, too fast, loss, failure, betrayal, and now you're kneeling on the floor of your own life, gasping for breath, unsure of how to take the next step. I see you, and I need you to know this: you are not alone. Not now. Not ever. This feeling you're in, it's heavy. But it doesn't mean you're weak. It means you've been strong for too long. And yet, you're still here, reading this. Which means, some part of you is still fighting. So let's talk, let's go deep, let's figure out how to keep going when everything inside you wants to quit. First, honor the struggle. We live in a world that glorifies perfection and filters pain. You scroll through social media and see highlight reels. Wins. Celebrations. Smiles. But no one posts their breakdowns at 2 a.m. No one shows the moments they almost quit, but those moments, they are real. And they matter. You're allowed to hurt. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to fall apart, but you're not allowed to believe the lie that your pain is the end of your story. Every hero you've ever admired had moments of doubt. Every legend you've ever quoted had days they wanted to disappear. But what made them different? They didn't run from the struggle. They honored it, they faced it head-on. They let it refine them, not define them. So if all you did today was breathe, if all you did was show up, that's enough. That's courage. That's resilience, and it's step one: remember your why. When the storms of life are raging, your why is the anchor that keeps you grounded. Why did you start this journey? What dream lit the fire in your heart? Who are you doing this for? Close your eyes for a moment. Picture the version of you who first dared to believe. That younger, bolder, more innocent version of yourself who said, "I can do this." They believed for a reason, and that reason didn't disappear just because things got hard. Maybe your why is your family. Maybe it's a promise you made. Maybe it's the younger you who never felt seen, and now you want to become the person they needed. When you feel like giving up, don't focus on the mountain in front of you. Focus on the reason you started climbing in the first place. Let your why speak louder than your fear. Progress isn't always loud. We think progress looks like big wins, promotions, applause, trophies, but most real progress, it's quiet, invisible, uncelebrated. It's dragging yourself out of bed when depression tells you to stay down. It's applying to that 15th job even after 14 rejections. It's showing up to the gym, to therapy, to life when no one is watching. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is whisper, "I'm still here," when everything around you is screaming, "Quit." Let go of the pressure to be perfect. Let go of the lie that you're not making progress just because no one's clapping. You are moving, and that matters more than the speed. It's okay to rest, but not to quit. Burnout isn't weakness. It's your body and soul crying out for balance. You're not a machine. You weren't built to go without pause. So if you're tired, rest. If you're overwhelmed, unplug. If you're broken, allow yourself space to heal. But don't mistake rest for quitting. Rest is a strategy. Quitting is surrender. Even lions sleep. Even warriors need recovery. There is strength in stopping, not because you gave up, but because you respect yourself enough to recharge. Give yourself permission to slow down, to breathe, to reset, and then come back stronger. Rejection doesn't mean you're not good enough. Let's be honest. Rejection cuts deep. Whether it's a failed business, a lost relationship, a missed opportunity, it stings. It makes you question your worth. It makes you wonder, what's wrong with me? But here's the truth, rejection doesn't mean you're not enough. It just means something wasn't aligned. Think about it. How many times have you looked back at a closed door and whispered, "Thank God that didn't work out"? You weren't rejected because you lacked value. You were redirected to something better. Something bigger. Something that actually fits. So next time you face a no, don't internalize it as failure, wear it like armor. Let it teach you, not shrink you. You're closer than you think. Most people quit not because they are incapable, but because they don't realize how close they are. Imagine digging for treasure. You're inches away from striking gold, but all you see is dirt. You've been digging for hours, days, years, and nothing, so you drop the shovel. Walk away, defeated. But what if you were one more swing away? What if the breakthrough you're praying for is just beyond the next sunrise? You don't know what tomorrow holds. You don't know who's watching, who's rooting for you, who's ready to open a door you haven't even knocked on yet. Don't rob your future self of the chance to experience the reward. Because you quit too early, stop comparing your journey. Comparison is a silent killer. It makes you forget your own story because you're too busy watching someone else's highlight reel. But their lane is not your lane. Their timeline is not your timeline. Their success does not threaten your potential. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're growing at your own pace. So stop scrolling. Stop measuring your progress by someone else's results. Focus on your race. Your vision. Your purpose. There is room for you to shine. Without dimming anyone else's light, the world needs your story. You might think no one notices your fact, that your story doesn't matter. But someone out there is waiting for your voice, your honesty, your survival. Because when you make it through this valley, and you'll be proof that it's possible. You'll be someone else's reason to keep going. You don't need a platform to make an impact. You just need to live with courage, to show up, scars and all, to say, "I'm still here." Even when life tries to erase you, your struggle has purpose. Your pain has a future. Your story could save someone else's life. So keep writing it, one step at a time. You don't have to climb the whole mountain today. You don't have to fix everything by morning. You just have to take the next step, not a leap, not a sprint. Just one honest step. Get out of bed, make that call, drink some water, write that line, show up imperfectly. Small steps are still steps, and momentum builds when you move, even just a little. You are stronger than you know. Think of everything you've already survived, the heartbreaks, the disappointments, the storms that felt endless. You made it through, not because it was easy, but because there's something unbreakable in you. You are not fragile. You are forged. You are not lost. You are learning. You are not failing. You are rising, and even if today is messy, even if you cried, stumbled, or doubted, you didn't quit. That makes you powerful. That makes you unstoppable. So, keep going. I won't sugarcoat it. This journey is hard. There will be days you crawl. Days you question everything. Days you feel invisible, but those are the days that define you. Those are the days that build your character. Those are the days you become someone who didn't give up. You are allowed to feel it all, but never forget who you are: a fighter, a dreamer, a survivor, a light. And if all you can do today is whisper to yourself, "I'll try again tomorrow," that's enough. You're not done. You're just getting started. So breathe, stand up, wipe your tears, and keep going. If this video meant something to you, like, comment, and share it. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Clement, and I'm here to give you the encouragement you need.